And we are recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Zoom call today. I'm Erin Key, Sapphire Ambassador of Plexus Worldwide. And I have Barry Martin-Pautz here, my power partner, who's Senior Ruby. And we're super excited to have a really special guest today. We've got Sabrina Laplante. And that's how you say your last name, right? Laplante?
Correct.
Okay, Sabrina Laplante. And she has recently gone emerald with Plexus. Congratulations. Yay. Got her car, got her Lexus yesterday, earned her free Lexus from Plexus. And we're just really excited to have her on here because she's got some really great wisdom for us and some advice to give us. A little bit about Sabrina real quick, and then she'll give her story. She is 27 years old. She lives in a small dairy town, tiny little dairy town in California. And she's been doing Plexus about 2 years. And she has maintained super high PV sales every month throughout, and the highest being around $10,000, right, Sabrina? At one time. So it is awesome. Pretty incredible.
Pretty amazing.
So she's going to give us, kind of go through her story, her Plexus story, and then give us some tips on cold messaging, what to say to people, how to talk to people, and what she's found that really has worked for her. So Sabrina, why don't you take it away?
I'm so excited to have you on, Sabrina. I have to say really quickly that Sabrina and I talked early this month, and we just got on a Zoom call, and we'd never talked before, and she's amazing, and I'm just so excited to have her as our guest today. So I just had to add that in because you didn't even hardly know me, and you got on and talked to me just one-on-one, and now you're here for our team.
That's
so
awesome.
We're so excited to be here with you.
We're sideline sisters. We don't directly benefit each other necessarily as far as our teams. We're not on the same team necessarily, but we all support each other. We're one Plexus. That's what I love about this company.
Yeah. Take it away, Sabrina.
Awesome. Well, I am honored to be here and to chat with all of y'all on your guys' team. So exciting. So thank you for having me on here. And so that's a little bit of my background, what you guys heard. I've been with Plexus just at 2 years, and I'm not going to go into too much of my story because it can get long and drawn out, but I started out as a skeptic, said no to everything, the products, the business for a few months until my sister and mom pretty much shoved it down my throat, said you had to do it. And I had a lot of health issues. And so I started out as a customer, and within 2 weeks had a life-changing testimonial already with the products. And so I went from being a skeptic to a believer. May 1st, 2014, I signed up with the company. No intention of working a business out of it, though, just for my wholesale pricing. And I just instantly gained that passion and belief in Plexus. I had been on the product for only 2 weeks, and May 1st, when I clicked join Plexus, I had no clue about the company whatsoever. No clue what the company represented, who our leaders were, nothing. So I sat down. I used to have a full-time job. I worked at a mechanic in an ag shop, and I started researching the company and fell in love with it instantly. Started researching on who our CEO was, who our leaders were, what our mission statement was. And I knew instantly right then, like it just clicked, this big light came on, and I'm like, God sent us this, like my whole entire family. There's 5 girls in my family and my mom, and we all do Plexus. And I remember sitting here on my lunch break, and I called home and talked to Mom, and I said, Mom, like, holy cow, like this opportunity, like this is for us. This is it. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, no, Mom, like seriously, like this is everything for our family. And they didn't get it. Like my mom, my sisters at that time had no clue what was thrown in our laps. And so I ran with it, and I set my goals right then to be able to quit my job. I wanted to meet my income at my job within 6 months. That would have been November 1st. And I surpassed my income at my full-time job within 2 months. And I said, see you guys, this ain't for me. I've got bigger and better fish to fry. And I knew, I don't know, it was just, with my health testimonial that I had right away, anyone that knew me knew what a new person I became. And it wasn't, I mean, sometimes when I tell my testimonial to people now, they're like, yeah, right. If they don't know me, they think it's like, made up and false and something that we're getting paid for to say for Plexus. But I just became passionate, and I grew probably 95, 96, 97% of my business off of Facebook. Like that's where I ran with on Facebook. I never had that fear of posting. I know some people have a fear of posting. I didn't have a fear of posting. So I just started sharing my story. Back then, stuff did probably come off as pretty salesy. just because I didn't know, but I loved it. And I just wanted everyone to have Plexus. And so basically, I didn't know exactly how to work a business, what to do, what not. I just started basically educating myself as much as I could. I looked up YouTube videos. I found out who the diamonds were in the company, who the jewels were. I knew instantly I wanted to become a diamond. Like, that was the top rank. That's what I wanted to become. And so I wanted to know what they did, how they ran their business, what I could do to follow in their footsteps. So I did. I researched everything. I got on as many calls I could at that time. Back then, we didn't have Zoom back then. There was just different, ways of figuring things out. But I listened to every call I possibly could. Pulled up as many documents and different team pages. Like, just researched the heck out of the products, out of the business, and just kept that pumped in me 24/7. And I was raised in an environment where excuses basically are not an option. Like, we were born and raised by an amazing, Christian family, and we can do all things through Christ, so nothing can stop us. Like, if we want something bad enough, you go out and you work your butt off for it, and you make it happen. And you don't use an excuse as to why you didn't make something happen. And so with that, I was like, okay, so I started, and I had 1,200 friends on Facebook May 1st when I signed up. I knew I needed to increase my friends and my network around me. So I started thinking, well, how can I add more friends on Facebook? So Facebook constantly pops up as a suggested friends list, and it shows us who we have mutual friends with. And they say, hey, you might know so-and-so. And I'm like, okay, I know I got to get more Plexus in front of people through Facebook. So click, add them as a friend. And I just started constantly growing my friends list. And as I would do that, posting on Facebook worked great for me for quite a while. And then I just started reaching out to people through the cold messaging. And I thought, you know what, I got to get this message out to many people. I never feel ever like I have to sell someone something. And it starts with, I'm going to go into like the cold messaging aspect of it, but so much of what I'm going to talk about goes back to the belief that we have with Plexus. The belief and mindset is everything. I know, and you guys hear this all the time, probably from a million different people, but I swear, like, that's like the magic answer that everyone's searching for. I truly believe. And it's the belief that we have in Plexus as a whole. With the products, y'all, these products are changing people's lives, and everyone needs Plexus. Like, end of story. Like, everyone can benefit from a probiotic or from the pink drink, or like, they need it. There's not one person that we're not going to talk to that doesn't need it. And so my belief in the products, there's no one that will ever be able to tell me that the products don't work, or that it's not for them, because you're not going to pierce my skin of believing differently. And so there's that. There's the business opportunity that's mind-blowing, our comp plan that no one can touch, and our leaders, the leaders in the company as a whole. Like, it's amazing what we have in front of us. It seriously is that perfect storm. And so my belief in Plexus as a whole, it grows every single day. Like, there's something that increases my belief in Plexus every single day. And so I had the belief behind that, and I have that belief behind myself, which I credit to my parents and my family for instilling that into us. And so I never had that fear of reaching out to someone, or, it's just that sort of came naturally for me. Not to say that messaging someone was going to be the easiest thing for me in the beginning, but I knew if I wanted to reach dual status in the company, I was going to have to do other things besides just click and post something on Facebook every single day and watch it fall into my lap magically. It was not going to happen like that. And so when I reach out and message people, most of the time, I now have 5,000 friends on my friends list. I don't know the majority of these people on Facebook. A handful of them I know, personally, but most of the people, it's just people that I've added over time, whether it's a stranger out in public that I've talked to. They're just, I have tons and tons of friends on there. So I started making a list, and if it's people that I've added recently as a friend on Facebook, I don't go and message them right away. I try to interact with them, build a little bit of a relationship before I just add them as a friend and send them a message. But the message that I send out to people, and I'll send to all of y'all as well, but basically I sort of take on the approach of sending a message not directly targeting Sally Smith. So if I message Sally Smith, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to ask her, I'm going to say, hey, Sally, you've probably seen my mini Flex post. I know I post a lot, but it's my passion, and the products have changed my life, and the business has as well. And do you know of someone that could benefit from our products? And sort of go into a little bit of detail, very short and simple, about what the products can do and what the business has done for me. But I'm not targeting Sally herself. I'm asking if she knows of someone that it can benefit. And when I talk to strangers in public all the time, same way I do with them, I just take on that approach so that way it takes that pressure off of them, and they don't feel like I'm just trying to hit them up for something. And most of the time, if it's someone I'm talking to, in public or whatnot, it's, well, actually I have, blood sugar issues or suffer from inflammation issues, something like that. And so it's like, well, yeah, hello, hi, talk to me, please. But it's that same approach. So it takes that pressure off of them when chatting them via Facebook Messenger. I'm not going to say that the first time I sent that message out, I got someone to sign up, or the second time or the third time or fourth time. I got into the habit to where at first I was like, I'm going to message 10 people every single day. Like, that's just going to be my goal. Send out 10 cold messages a day, and then, see what happens from there. And then sometimes, because statistics show that like 1 out of every 20 people you talk to, that you have someone pretty interested, not always the case. Sometimes I can send out a lot more than that and have nothing. Sometimes I can send out a couple and have someone interested. And so I'm like, okay, look, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to send out 10 messages every day, or until I have a good response. Don't let people that ignore you, because people on Messenger, I love it. You can see when they read your message. If I send out 10 and I see that every single one of those people have read that message, that doesn't count. Like, I'm wanting someone to like respond to me, whether it's someone that says, no way, I don't need your products, or hey, I might be interested, or I have a friend that's interested. I made it that habit to where, and probably for my first year in Plexus, like, that's the approach that I took every single day. Like, I just made sure I did that consistently. And so I did. I mean, I grew a lot of my customer base via cold messages from people that not necessarily saw my post on Facebook, because we know the way Facebook works, not everyone sees something just because we post a lot. And so it was someone that maybe initially they would read my message, and then they probably went to my Facebook and saw what everything was about. And then eventually I would, I tell everyone, like, following up is so incredibly important for our business. So if someone didn't necessarily message me back, I would still maybe a week later ask them, hey, not sure if you check things out. Let me know if I can answer any questions for you. These are people that did not respond to the message, but I saw that they saw the message. So it's sort of getting, the word out there to them. But it's just, you have to make it that force of habit to get into it, and to create that system basically to where you're willing to do it no matter what. And don't think right off the bat that you're going to go out and send a few messages out and get 5,000 customers instantly just from, sending a few messages. Just start with it and, give it a while. You'll be able to see that you can change your messages up to some people. If it's someone on a personal level, obviously personalize the heck out of it. When you talk to people, be sincerely interested in the person and the conversation that takes place. And don't think of someone as a sale. Think of you as constantly, you hear the phrase, we're hope dealers. We have something that people need. Have their best interest at heart always. Be sincere about it. But it's just a matter of, I've just gotten to that habit. And lately, I'll be the first to admit, like, since the business is like completely sped up and taken off, I haven't been in the habit of that. And my PV has dropped. It's, it's come down. And I'm like, I thought to myself the other day, I'm like, heck, if I'm going to be preaching on this, on trainings, on these Zooms right now, like, I better get back into the habit of, why not? What is it going to hurt me to send out, a few messages every single day again? Obviously, we're helping people with that. So, it's something that I'm going to have to practice what I preach now and jump back into it, because it does. And, I have always pushed preferred customers, and it's just a matter of opinion and what works for, we have diamonds in the company that pushes just wholesale ambassadors and ones that push, vice versa. So I'm not here to tell anyone the way to run your business. But my approach I took by because I truly believe you have to have a passion for the products to be able to have that, passion to work your business, since that's the approach that I took for myself. But it was. And as soon as I have a happy preferred customer, I don't assign anyone resale. Like, that's not an option. I don't give it as an option. I tell them it is, but I just tell them no one signs up that way. It doesn't make sense to. So just, here's your preferred option. And I always give the ambassador option, but I put it out there like that. And then my happy preferred customers, because I stay in contact with them 24/7, like all the time, calling, texting, sending thank you cards, following up, making sure that they are happy, or how we have to troubleshoot them to change up the way they take their products, because we know a happy customer is probably going to upgrade to an ambassador. That's our whole purpose of it. And so it's just that you have to get into a system of it. And I'm one that I don't have a specific system online to where I use Microsoft Excel or any of that type of stuff, because I don't know how the heck to work any of that. Like, I am a pen and paper type of person. Like, I write notes everywhere. And so I keep notes going with the people that I do talk to. And if you don't, I promise you, when you start sending that many messages out, they're going to get lost in conversation, and you're not going to be able to keep track of who to follow up with. So just make it a habit to make notes from the date that you talk to someone, and what their issue was, or maybe what their response was. Fit it to what works for you and your business. Like, everything, that's the blessing of being with Plexus. You can customize everything to what works for you and your schedule, but get in that habit of it. That way we don't let people, because people have slipped by the way it works, that I've chatted with, and a year later they're like, hey, remember that conversation we had? Ready to try Plexus? And I'm like, shame on me for not following up with that person, but only, 2 times, last year. So yeah, that's sort of some of the stuff that I've done via cold messaging, like I say. And a question that comes up sometimes from people, with my team, they're like, so you don't ever want to be that salesperson that just, is sending so-and-so the message. And I'm like, I think what it comes across when I take them directly out of it and make it that third party, or, do you know of someone? Like, to me, that's what helps a lot of the messages versus just trying to sell directly to that person.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that's that's brilliant. I've honestly never thought of that. Like, just taking it off of them and saying, it's not about you. I need to find someone in your network that that could benefit from blood sugar stabilization, help to decrease inflammation, help with pain, relief. Those are the, people with gut health problems. Those are kind of the main things that Plexus can help with. And energy. Do you know anyone who needs more energy in a natural way? That kind of thing. I mean, I'm sure it's going to get their wheels turning. Like, wait a minute. I do. Yes.
That's me.
That's me. I mean, yeah, but they'll start thinking about people, but I know that they're going to go, wait a minute, I'm tired all the time. And they don't, and it also takes the pressure off them thinking that you're just trying to sell them a weight loss product, what they may think is rude. Like, hey, why are you trying to sell me a weight loss product? Do you think I'm fat? Like, that kind of a thing. No, it's like, you have to really educate them that it's so much more than that. It's way beyond that. Because clearly, Sabrina, you did not need to lose weight, right? I mean, I'm assuming that was not your buy-in to Plexus.
Nope, it was blood sugar issues, because I used to pass out for my blood sugar issues. And so that's one thing I never, when it's a stranger I go up to in public, I never, ever, ever bring up weight loss, because I know that can be a very sore subject to people.
Yeah.
That's usually one of the questions when I start talking about health issues that Plexus can help with. They're like, well, does it help with weight loss? And I'm like, well, actually, that's why my mom and my sister got started. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I never.
Someone else's story.
Yeah.
Right. And say, yeah, because, we actually have lots of people in our team who didn't need to lose weight at all. And they're, maybe they needed to gain weight, and they needed to get everything more balanced so that they could actually gain weight. That happens too. So you never know. I think it's so important to really, the belief that you talked about, like, you have to believe that there's something for everyone. And it's true. I mean, it is the truth. There's some kind of Plexus product for everyone, and everyone needs it. And there's people they're suffering and looking for a better way. And they're also looking for a better way when it comes to the business side and the financial aspect of Plexus and what we can offer. So do you make sure that you mention the financial side of it and the business side of it in these messages?
I do. Yep. I ask them as well if they know of anyone that could benefit from the health side or from the financial aspect of it, whether it's someone that needs to make a couple $100 extra a month or looking for something where they can work themselves into a full-time income.
Yeah, we'd love you to maybe send us your what you message, and we can post that when we post this video for people who missed it today. That'd be awesome to have both things from you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love it. It's just such a brilliant concept to take it from off of them onto, it does take the pressure off, I think, and makes it not so awkward. I think maybe people feel awkward. I think that's the biggest thing. People are afraid of what someone's going to think, so yeah. But anyway, so we are so grateful to you to share that with us. Appreciate you so much.
Yeah, Sabrina, do you have anything else to add? You've just been amazing. I mean, it's just a big information every time I talk to you.
No, but every once in a while I'll challenge my team and I'll be like, hey, so now these messages, and I'm like, and try, like, the first person that races back and says you got 5 no's, like today, like try to go get 5 no's from someone, not
go for no.
Go for no.
Go for no.
Look, exactly. But I'm like, try to go get 5 no's. Like, it is way harder than you think it is. You're not going to send out 10 messages and get 5 no's. Like, I promise, like, try it, just try it. It's not going to happen like that.
And what's the worst thing that can happen? And nothing horrible is going to happen from it. Think of the best thing that could happen,
Right.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to challenge anyone who's watching this call or watches the recorded version. What are we going to do? We're going to go for 5 no's today. I want you guys to send out at least minimum, hopefully more, but minimum 5
I'll make
messages.
her do it too.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay, we're going to do it.
Yes.
Go for no.
Sabrina, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you in Vegas. I'm sure you'll be hearing from me towards the end of the month.
I'm here for you guys.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you so much.
All right, enjoy your day. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thanks, y'all.
Take care, everybody. Bye.